Subscribe now and witness the untold battle of survival only on Wildlife with Belush. Before man walked the earth, before history had words, the jungle was ruled by shadows. Storms swallowed the sky, fire rained from the heavens, and silence itself hunted in the dark. From that silence rose a titan, Kong, scarred, colossal, his amber eyes blazing through mist and storm. Each step quaked the earth, each breath rolled like thunder, and in his palm clung Beauty, barefoot, fragile, her torn white dress glowing faintly in lightning's glow. Her dark hair whipped violently as she clutched her pendant tight. Her heart told her what her eyes had not yet seen. They were not alone. From the undergrowth came eyes glowing, unblinking. The Black Panther, silent as death, swift as lightning, its muscles rippling like shadow storms. Its gaze burned with hunger. The jungle froze. Even thunder seemed to wake, and then the first roar broke the world apart. Kong slammed his fists against his scarred chest, the sound tearing through valley. Birds scattered into storm. Trees swayed like grass. The panther crouched low, blue eyes fixed, tail flicking, silent, deadly. Beauty clung to Kong's fur, eyes wide, whispering under her breath. Her pendant glowed faintly in stormlight. The silence shattered as the panther lunged. Lightning froze it midair, claws flashing, jaws open wide. Kong swung his fist, colliding with Predator's skull. The valley shook. Mud and sparks exploded skyward. Beauty cried out, gripping fur tighter, heart hammering. But the beast was not defeated. It twisted, sliding into shadows, circling, waiting. Subscribe now and join the journey of survival. Only on Wildlife with Belush. Every tree trembled with its stalking steps. Every shadow carried its growl. Beauty's breath quickened. She knew. The real hunt had only just begun. The storm grew wild. Lightning forked, meteors streaked faintly above. Herds of beasts stampeded through jungle, panicked by roars. Kong turned slowly, amber eyes burning. The panther struck again, claws raking across Titan's leg. Blood sprayed into mud. Beauty screamed, slipping on wet rock. Her torn white dress clung to her body, hair plastered to her face. Kong roared, grabbing Predator's tail, hurling it against massive trees. Wood shattered, fireflies scattered. The panther rose again, faster, angrier. It circled, it leapt. It struck from every angle. Beauty scrambled across fallen log bridge. The wood cracked as Panther's tail slammed it. She leapt, landing in mud, pendant glowing in storm. Kong shielded her, smashing log into ground, blocking Predator's path. His roar rolled through valley like thunder itself. Subscribe now and join the journey of survival. Only on Wildlife with Belush. But the storm had chosen its battlefield, and it was far from over. The titans faced each other. Kong's scarred chest rose, every breath steaming. The panther crouched, sleek body glistening with rain, glowing eyes unyielding. They collided again. Claws slashed across fur, fists smashed into bone. Roars split heavens. Beauty scrambled higher up cliffside, blood on her hands from jagged stone. Her torch flickered faintly in wind. She screamed, her voice piercing storm. Kong seized Panther, slamming it into ground. Predator twisted free, lunging for Beauty. She gasped, pendant glowing, bracing for death. But Kong's massive hand intercepted, smashing beast into boulders. Stone exploded, sparks rained into storm. Hours passed, every strike a war cry. Every roar an echo through time. Neither titan yielded. Subscribe now and join the journey of survival. Only on Wildlife with Belush, the jungle itself seemed to watch, holding its breath, waiting for the one who would not fall. The jungle was no longer a place of life. It had become an arena of fire and shadow. Rivers boiled, trees collapsed, and every roar shook the storm itself. Kong dropped to one knee, his blood mixing with floodwaters. His amber eyes flickered, yet even in exhaustion, they burned like fire in darkness. From across the battlefield, the panther crouched low. Its sleek body dripped blood and rain, but its glowing blue eyes were brighter than ever. Predator and Titan, both battered, yet unbroken. Beauty staggered on cliff edge, coughing through smoke, her hair plastered across her face. Her white torn dress was soaked, clinging to her skin, streaked with mud and ash. But her spirit did not break. She pressed pendant tight against her chest, whispering to Kong across the chaos, "Rise. Don't fall. Survive," the Titan heard. His head lifted, his roar thundered across heavens. The storm trembled, and the panther lunged. The collision was like worlds colliding. Kong caught Predator mid-leap, but claws raked his scar again, tearing it deep. He bellowed in pain, fists smashing into Panther's skull. The ground cracked under their weight, mud spraying like waves. Beauty screamed, scrambling higher up cliffside to escape floodwater. She glanced back. The battlefield looked like the end of the world itself. Subscribe now and join the journey of survival. Only on Wildlife with Baluch. Still, neither gave in. Still, the storm raged on, and the battle had one last chapter left to write. Kong rose again, his massive body trembling but unyielding. The panther snarled, crouched, ready to strike once more. Between them, fire burned, rivers surged, and storm howled. Beauty pressed her back against rock wall, trembling hands over her ears. Yet her eyes never left the fight. Then silence. Just for a moment, the storm quieted. And in that silence, two titans locked eyes. No retreat, no surrender, only survival. With primal fury, they charged. Kong's fists swung like thunder. Panther's claws slashed like lightning. The impact shattered earth, shockwave toppling the last standing trees. Kong grabbed Predator's jaws, straining to break them apart. But the panther twisted, sinking fangs deep into his arm. He roared in agony, slamming Beast into mud again and again and again. Yet still, the panther rose. Bloodied, limping, its glowing eyes burning with final defiance. Beauty screamed, voice breaking through storm. "End this!" The words struck Kong like fire. His amber eyes ignited, his chest heaved, and with colossal rage, he seized Predator by neck and tail. The jungle fell silent. Before the Titan slammed Panther into shattered earth with such fury that valley itself shook. Stone split, water surged, and silence swallowed all. Panther lay broken, its glowing eyes dimming, its roar fading into storm. The jungle was still. Subscribe now and join the journey of survival. Only on Wildlife with Baluch. The storm faded.
The
Clouds parted, and for the first time in endless night, dawn broke. Golden light poured across valley, painting ruins in fire and ash. Kong staggered, his massive frame heaving with exhaustion. His amber eye flickered weakly. Beauty ran to him, tears streaming down her ash-streaked face. She pressed her tiny hand against his scar, whispering softly, "We lived!" The Titan rumbled, low and deep, a sound not of fury but of peace. Together they climbed the cliff edge. Behind them, jungle smoldered, rivers steamed, and silence spread. But before them, horizon burned gold with hope. Beauty stood in his palm, her torn white dress glowing under sunrise, her hair lifted gently in morning breeze. She looked at him, and he at her, survivor and protector bound by battle. Then Kong raised his head, opening his chest wide. His roar tore across heavens, not in rage, not in agony, but in triumph, a roar of survival, a roar of legacy, not the swiftest, not the fiercest, but those who endure, survive. This is their story. This is their legend. The Battle of Kong and the Black Panther, a showdown that left the world breathless. Subscribe now and continue the journey of survival, only on Wildlife with Baluch.